Welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. We are your hosts, Chase demoor
and Gabrielle Moses.
And today we got to get you guys all caught up on all things, everything.
There's a lot that has been going on as per usual, but let's start with the biggest thing, the thing that we just got back in town from. Chase?
Yeah, recently, obviously, you guys know I live out of the country part-time of the year, but a lot of that has to do with me being a professional boxer. We just got back less than 72 hours ago from fighting in Derby, England. You want to talk about Derby?
Derby. There's nothing to do there. The people, the food's not great. I'm going to get roasted once again. I made a TikTok about this. The food there sucks. We even went to a steakhouse, no flavoring. Imagine just a piece of meat with nothing added to it.
Well, that's most of your boyfriends. I'm just kidding. All your ex-boyfriends. Just a piece of meat with nothing added to them.
That's crazy.
You set me up for that one, though.
That's wild.
So Gabrielle knows a thing or two about stuff like that. But yeah, there's no food out there in the UK that's worth eating. So
other than the Indian food's good. I will say, like the ethnic food, 10 out of 10.
I don't eat Indian food. No offense.
So good. You need to try it. Chase won't try new things sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you know, we were out there in the Midlands, Derby, UK. There's actually nothing out there. There's literally
absolutely nothing. We had like a Tesco and that's it.
Yeah, there was like fields of sheep and stuff like that. But besides all the boring parts, basically it was an honor to come out to the UK as always. Me being half English myself, it's always good to go back to the motherland. But
motherland.
We had a boxing match out there that was very interesting to say the least. We fought, obviously, it's always a step up in competition. We fought an 11-0 undefeated MMA fighter,
which none of us knew about. Yeah. I would just love to say that no one knew that he fought MMA and was very successful. We just thought he was an old man with a big old beard.
He wasn't even old. He was only 35.
Old man. He's 10 years older than me.
But that being said, you know, it was interesting to see like the levels of where I was at in terms of my boxing career and how much time, effort, energy that I put into this. And you know, honestly, it was good to finally get that, you know, big knockout, and we got knockout of the night.
Heck yeah!
That, for you that don't know, is a $25,000 bonus to your paycheck. So,
you're just spilling all the tea.
So I mean that's common knowledge. It's a Prime sponsorship.
I didn't know this was common knowledge.
Yeah, it's common because they only.
I was like, do you really want to tell people?
No, so it's common. So basically, for the two Prime, you get Prime Fighter of the Night and Prime Knockout of the Night. You get they have $50,000 that they give to. Obviously, that's not your purse. Everybody's purse is different. Like, people are going to get paid differently. So whether $25,000 is a lot or a little, depends on what your purse is. But
I mean, I think that's a lot no matter what.
It is a lot of money. So Prime has $50,000, and they just divide it into two. They give one half to the knockout of the night, one half to the fight of the night. I was given knockout of the night. If you guys haven't seen the knockout, we're going to put it right here. But it was a super good knockout. I was very impressed with this. Big shout out to Tank Tolman. He is honestly the nicest guy in the world. But,
he was so sweet.
And that's a different take for me. I'm the most disrespectful prick in the room. So I mean, it takes a lot if I'm gonna be nice to somebody. But besides Tank, there was a lot other things that happened during fight
weird
week.
Stuff.
A lot of weird stuff. One in being particular, my very expensive diamond chain getting snatched off of my neck and put into absolute shambles and pieces. So
by who? Someone we don't even know.
We're not even gonna name his name. He's just like some bum that's trying to get clicks and trying to get interactions.
What's even crazier is it wasn't even on camera. The dude just went up and ripped the chain off your neck, even when you weren't talking to him.
Yeah, ironically enough, he's a jewelry dealer too, so he knew exactly where to pull and how to make it shatter into a million pieces, and he throws it into the crowd. But you know, it doesn't matter to him though, because he ended up going and getting knocked out anyways. Fuck that guy.
Nah, he embarrassed himself for real.
But if you guys saw like how I reacted after, I'm gonna put some clips here. You guys can see like there's 7 security guards on me trying to keep me from ripping this dude's face off his shoulders. But
yeah, and then the next day we had our own private security because they didn't want anything else happening.
Yeah, but this goes down into the old saying of 100 Brits versus 100 Americans. I'm saying like, dude, 50 Waffle House employees are clearing 100 Brits with ease. I'm talking one Popeyes night shift.
Just go to a Texas football game and find 50 guys.
I'm telling you, it's not even close. I'm talking 30 seconds for eating fajitas by lunchtime. Like 100 Brits, 100 Americans. I think it took 7 Brits to take me from ripping this dude off. And this dude's ass falling out, running away from me.
No, this man literally ran. I was standing about like 5 feet away from this entire thing, and all of a sudden I just see a squabble. A squabble of men, and I'm like, oh no, what's happening now? Because Chase makes, press interesting as always. But I look over and I just see arms, and I see Chase's face. It's the face that I know way too well. It's the face where nobody's home, but he's seeing pure red.
Chase is gone. I was out of the building.
Only the mood anger is left.
I saw flashes of red, but in my defense, like anybody would be pissed if somebody randomly comes in.
And it was a brand new chain too.
I probably had it maybe a month.
Yeah.
Maybe a month.
See, I would have been mad if it's your other necklaces
but
too.
listen, it's insured, and we have another one on the way, so we're all good.
Also, wait, can we say about the other weird thing that happened also afterwards?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say it.
Oh my gosh. So after we leave the press conference,
not the press conference.
The weigh-in.
The next day.
This is the next day. Nothing happens during the weigh-in or anything. Nothing very interesting. Then we leave after. We leave early because Chase has an upset tummy. If you don't know, milk and meat there, it's just a little bit different. It upsets the stomach. So we bolt out of there. We got to leave. Chase is in pain. And we're walking out to the car. Chase is already in the car. We have a driver with us.
I'm in complete pain, so I'm not aware of anything.
And all of a sudden, these 2 cars pull out. One starts like whistling at me. They start yelling, and I'm like, this is annoying. Like, I'm wearing leggings, but like, ugh. So then we start driving. We leave. This car, 2 cars with the same man who broke Chase's chain, starts following us. Then starts to run us off the road, then cuts us off in traffic. So then we change where we're going back to the hotel.
I'm gonna put his dopey face right here, just for you guys to see like what these the very special boys look like. Mind you, I'm in this car yelling at the driver to let me out because I'm ready to go take on all 4 of them by myself. Because I feel like my team was in danger. We got civilians in the car who are in danger.
Civilians.
Yeah, you are a civilian.
I'm Gab.
Which is a civilian.
Okay.
Are you gonna get out and go fight them?
I was about to throw a water bottle. I was about to spit in a water bottle and throw it out the window. Thank you very much.
Fair enough, fair play.
So.
All right, so non-civilian Gab with her water bottle was gonna go throw it at them. Good job, Gab. Big up, Gab.
Look at the muscles.
There we go. But yeah, so dealing with these morons, obviously with an upset stomach, there was not much I could do.
Who does that though? Like, that's just stupid and unsafe. There's no cameras. There's one thing doing it for press and doing it for like views and clicks. Like, we all understand that game, but it's so different when you not only do it once without cameras on, but twice, and you actually put people in freaking danger on the road with 2 vehicles. Like, what?
It's a reaction-based thing. They just wanted a reaction. He's trying to entice some fight, but it doesn't even matter because he went out there and got absolutely embarrassed in that boxing ring. So he'll be done and over with. He'll be dealt with.
Yeah, I hope so. And I hope he never is allowed to fight again because he's a freaking idiot.
Well, he claims to be a road man and some from the streets, but listen, from somebody who's actually from that, I've never seen another fellow street member take off running with their ass falling out, look and make sure they ain't getting beat up. I've never seen that.
I'm just like, come to the U.S. People actually get out of their cars and don't stay in there scared.
I was trying to listen, I don't even want to get into it because we're not going to give him any more clout and details, but we went and we defended the title, retained it, had knockout of the night, and we met a lot of really great people while we were out there. And obviously, I just want to give a big shout out to Tank Tolman for taking that fight. He didn't have to take that fight; he took it 4 or 5 weeks notice, and he had a very tough task ahead of him in his Misfits boxing debut.
It was a really good fight.
It was a good fight. Big shout out to it was a good fight. I'm not going to take credit away from him. I've never been dropped before, and that was the first time he did catch me, and I did go down, and so. Fair play to him. That was a tough task in itself, and it takes a lot for me to give somebody credit inside the boxing ring, especially. So
just watching it too, like seeing your skill and just seeing different aspects of the fight. Because from day one versus today, or like that fight, it's like, wow, This is actually like really entertaining to watch this.
Yeah, you
Like
know.
you almost look like a, not UFC, what would you say? Like a big heavyweight name. Like who's someone that we could compare it to?
Well, considering I am the heavyweight champion, I would just say I look like Chase Demoor, but you know.
Okay, well I was just trying to give you like some ups.
That's all right. Good
It's a
job, Jenna
compliment.
Marbles.
I don't know what that means.
It means like the real YouTuber versus the wannabe one. Anyways, moving into the next subject, I want to talk about, finish up on Battle Camp. Obviously, for those of you guys who have not seen Battle Camp, the winner of Battle Camp was Lorenzo. Shout out to Lorenzo. We all were in the top 4 for him. And honestly, he's such a nice guy. One of my closest friends from the show. Honestly, not a more deserving person. He was there from the first day, went through all the challenges, and he really impressed, even me throughout the whole process of that. If you guys haven't seen the show, go watch it. It was #1 globally. As of last week. So complete smash hit. The cast was amazing. And honestly, we all still have a group chat to this day, which is, coming from somebody who's done 15 to 20 television shows, it's the first time I've actually seen the entire cast get along from start to finish, even post-show. So, shout out to everybody from Battle Camp. One thing I want to touch on particular, that obviously there's been a lot of controversy online with Georgia and myself. I just want to touch on this a little bit. I know a lot of people out there are shipping me and Georgia, and we have like this amazing backstory and track record. Her and I, we have a great relationship. Even from Perfect Match, there was never no ill will, and she's honestly such a sweet girl. But I do need to take a step back. Recently, I know a lot of the TikToks I've been posting have been other girls, other females, because I don't want to be in the same category as certain individuals that have used Georgia for clicks and impressions. And obviously she has her own fan base, I have my fan base, and I don't want to get them construed or mixed. I worked really hard to be an individual, even moving away from Carly in particular. And I don't want to put any pressure on Georgia. Georgia and I, we have like our own thing going on, and if we ever decided anything, then you guys, trust me, would be the first ones on it. So I just want to, just take some time and talk about that for a second and say, like, Georgia, she's within all aspects of my life, within my friend groups at home. Gabrielle knows her. She's a sweet girl. My management, everybody knows her. She's honestly so great. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, I have no very sticky news to share with you guys about this secret relationship or anything that you guys think is going on. None of that. She's honestly just sweet.
It's something for views. You post people for views. It doesn't mean anything.
Again, like, I'm not saying I'm not using Georgia for views.
No, you're not.
A lot of what it is like when you guys do these TV shows, you can't say whether it legally in our contracts, you can't say if you're in a relationship with somebody or not in a relationship, whether that be somebody from the show or somebody outside of the show. You have to keep it very discreet. And obviously, I know, there is chemistry, and there's a lot of people out there that are hoping for something. But listen, the more you guys put pressure on something and the more you guys try to force something, the less likely it is to happen, because then it becomes more of a click and engagement and a view-based thing than genuine authenticity. And I think that's something that I've always had special with Georgia, is I've never used her in the terms of faking or manifesting some sort of relationship with her. I've even lost friendships defending her in real life, as a lot of people know, and I will always defend her, and she's a great girl. But I just need everybody on the internet to take a deep breath. I'm running into people in Spain and Europe, and they're asking me where she's at. Listen, I don't know where she's at. She's probably having a great time. And when Georgia's ready to have that conversation, have a talk, she has my number. She can call me. I'll always answer the phone. Doesn't matter the time of the day. Love that girl. So, yeah, moving on from that.
So also on a totally different topic, not relationships, we're going to talk about weather, because in the Midwest where I'm from, there's a lot of tornadoes, and I just thought this was the funniest thing ever. One, have you ever lived through a tornado? Have you dealt with one?
Gabrielle, I'm from the north. We don't have tornadoes in Seattle. We have a lot of shit. We got mountains, volcanoes, rain.
Okay, so no tornadoes. Anyways, tornadoes are just like another day in my life. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep. Like, some houses might get ruined. Not actually, it is pretty bad. But I called my twin sister the other night because there's been really bad tornadoes, and my mom called me and was like, hey, we're getting tornado warnings. There's something like a mile away from our house. So I called my twin to check up on her, and I'm like, hey, Like, I know there's really bad weather. Like, how are you? Are you okay? Like, are you safe? Are you in shelter? She responds with, I'm actually in the bathtub right now. And I'm like,
What does
Madeline,
the bathtub have to do with the tornado?
just wait. I'm like, shouldn't you be in like a shelter considering you're on the top floor of your apartment building? She's like, no, I just bought some Epsom salts and they're really expensive and I already put them in the bath, so I wasn't gonna let them go to waste. Wow, the power's already out at her apartment. And I'm like, okay, we all have our own priorities. Luckily, she was safe and everything, but there were unfortunately a few tornadoes that did take the lives of several people in the Midwest. So prayers go out to those families. And moral of the story is, don't be like my twin. Get in shelter if you need to. Get in shelter and stay safe. Don't be in the freaking bathtub on the 3rd story of an apartment building instead of, being smart and safe.
Yikes. Shout out Madeline and Moses. Yeah, recently Gabrielle's had a lot going on with her and her family anyway. So, we're gonna pray for the whole Moses family right now.
A lot has been going on.
But she had some good quality family time, so that's good.
Yeah, so I went to my grandpa's funeral last week. It was very sad, but honestly the family kept it very upbeat. I have lots of cousins. Like, when we say the whole family's together, there's like more than 50 of us together, plus my grandma. There's 23 grandkids, 5 great-grandkids, and 5 aunts and uncles, plus my grandma. So big old family. And let me tell you, there's so many people that came out to his wake, to his funeral. It was just like the most beautiful thing ever. And yes, it's hard to say goodbye, but we had some awesome family time. We had like a full day at the farm. We just did a bunch of family stuff. So it was nice. Good way to celebrate a life.
It was good, and a life it was. He was pushing 90, wasn't he?
Yeah, close. A few years under, but yeah, he had a good life. But, oh my gosh, wait, can I say something really sad that's actually really heartwarming?
Sure.
So, we knew it was like coming, we knew, but my mom lives 7 hours away from where my grandparents are. So she was driving up after school to say like goodbye to him. He was still alive at this point. But it's a 7-hour drive, and they didn't think he was going to make it by the time she got there. So about halfway up, she called her sister and had her sister put her on speaker and was like, Dad, please just like wait for me. Like, I really want to say goodbye to you. Like, just please hold on. And they were just pretty much preparing my mom the whole ride up. Like, just be ready for him not to be here. Anyways, she gets there. He's still alive. She got to say goodbye, and he died 14 minutes after she got there. So he literally held on for her, which is what blows my mind. And so, yeah. Yeah,
like life is an interesting thing. Like, always look after your loved ones, or say I love you to your loved ones, I should say, and check on those that you haven't checked up in on a while. So, like I said, we're all here for Gabrielle and her family in the time of need. Apparently, so is the Epsom salt brand. and
Madeline.
Big up Madeline.
No, but there's also some other like very controversial stuff going on TikTok right now with Kayla, her ex Evan, who ended up getting arrested, and none other than James Charles.
Who is Kayla? Who is Evan? I know James Charles.
Okay, Kayla is a TikToker. She just does like lifestyle comedy skits. She's just a personality, let's just say. Evan's her ex-boyfriend who put hands on her and was...
Put hands?
Yes. Not a good human being. Let's just say he deserves everything he's getting. He deserved the court case and deserved...
Court case?
Yeah. He was arrested in court.
Oh, shit.
She filed charges against him and everything. And James Charles, this is like before the court case and everything, when she told James Charles that they broke up, he goes, well, can I have him now? And she just like laughed it off, like, we're not that close. Like, that's fine that he said something like that. But then he kept saying stuff to her about her ex, and after they broke up and after he knew he was abusive, flew out the ex and was trying to help him.
Help him what? Like,
help him lie pretty much and hide his story. And so all these receipts came out the other day, and the internet's just like done with James Charles.
Well, done for the how many
I know,
time?
Exactly, because he has like a long history with not only minors, but now guys who like to put hands on women. He was full on trying to have like a relationship with this guy, her ex-boyfriend, after knowing that he should be in jail, and now is in jail. And so now he's getting canceled, and he let out like an apology letter that just sounds like ChatGPT wrote it. So that's the tea with that as well. It's not looking good for Mr. James. He's lost over 300,000 followers now already, which is, I mean, that's what happens whenever.
I feel like Jim Charles is always going on these track records of gaining and losing followers, but the guy is very controversial. I met him a few times. He seems pretty nice for the most part. Everything's subjective. I think that a lot of people, it's important to manifest your own opinions about people, and whatever he has got going on, I'm sure he's either doing it for some sort of reaction, which you provide him. So the more people pay attention to this, the more he's going to get out of that. And my prayers to Kayla as well. I'm not familiar with that situation. I need to go educate and look up what's going on in particular with that. But under any circumstance, it's never okay to put your hands on a woman, especially as a male, because I think that once you do that, you kind of like are just lowering yourself, not only mentally but physically as well, because if you're willing to put hands on a female, that just shows your security towards other males.
Yeah, it's just not a good thing to do no matter what your gender is. You just don't put hands on someone. It's so unneeded. Just talk. Just talk about it. Go to therapy. Get some meds, spice up your life a little bit with healthier options.
Get some meds, spice up your life with some healthier options. This is not an ad, guys. This is Gabrielle just ranting.
Well, I'm just trying to make it a little bit lighter because it got a little bit dark and scary.
I know, we're talking about death and abusive relationships. This is getting to the darkest podcast. Started on a high note.
Yeah, no, literally. But another big thing is happening very soon. Your birthday.
Yeah. Before we go into the birthday thing, I just wanted to go on a rant real quick because I've been dealing with this for like 4 days. If you work at the DMV, why the hell are you guys so difficult and rude for no reason? I get you guys deal with a lot of people in a day, but so do Starbucks employees and fast food restaurants. And all. Like, people at the DMV, they have zero wiggle room. They don't want to hear you out. They just repeat themselves.
Wait, backstory. Chase has been to the DMV 3 times this week to do one thing.
3 times to just renew my registration. Actually, 2 things. I got to get real ID now. If you guys haven't got a real ID, please go get that.
It's already past the time. Everyone else has when you're the last one to the show.
The airport is just an absolute madness for no reason. And people at the DMV, like, I do not understand, like, who the hell pissed in your guys' coffee? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they work at the DMV.
I walk in there, I got my two forms of ID, I got proof of address, like, hey, can I get my thing? Sorry, that needs to be printed off. Why does it need to print it off? I have a PDF right here. Okay, so then I go back and I print it off, and they're like, you have pages 1 through 8. We actually need the last page with your signature on it to prove that this is your lease. When I have it on my current ID card, my driver's license, when I have it, 2 forms of ID, the PDF, all this. Now it needs to be printed off, all the pages. So I have to leave, come back, stand in the whole line again because there's no cutting in the lines. You got to just restart the whole thing, get up there just for them to look at it and be like, oh, actually, now you have to go take like a driver's test. And also, if you want your motorcycle endorsement on it, you have to call the DMV up in Seattle, wait in line for that, have them ship it down here because we can't take a PDF of that. That also needs to be printed as well. Also, you need to go take your endorsement test and your drive test in order for us to even take this picture, and then we'll send it to you in 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, welcome to the party, Chase.
I'm sitting here going like, why in the hell could you not just be like, hey, I see your address on your ID card. I see you have all of this stuff saying this is who you are. Here, sure you go. Their life will be 10 times easier. But because they got to tell everybody no, they're going to deal with pissy people. And what does pissy people bring? A pissy employee. When you have pissy employees and pissy people, it makes neutral people like me walk in there and go, what the hell did I do to you? Who the hell pissed in your Cheerios this morning where you're taking a piss out on me and making this process take longer for everybody? Now you got to see me 3 days in a row rather than 1. And I got to go back because now I got to take my registration from Washington, where I'm from, the state of Washington, and go and show them, hey, I've been driving a motorcycle since I was 17. Can you please put it on my driver's license so that I can drive my other vehicle?
Well,
Random.
I think you need to punch a bag, maybe break a plate, and just take a deep breath. Maybe do some yoga.
Don't ever change, Gabrielle. Don't ever change. So we got a lot of summer exciting plans. I have a birthday coming up. Just gonna be enjoying
another year.
Just gonna be enjoying some time in the sun with my loved ones and people that mean stuff to me in this life. And gonna spend some time.
People that mean stuff to me in this life. What?
Why is that funny?
Just the way, just your friends and family, the people you care about. Okay, never mind. I was just trying to make a joke,
Yeah, I'm a very simple guy. I just like quality time with people I care about.
Anyway,
Next subject.
The new Pope. Everyone's loving him.
Talk about the Pope. Gab, you're Catholic, bro. Say some words.
I don't really have anything else to say now.
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to the #1 podcast in the world. That's all the time we have today. I'm Chase Demoor. And that's Gabrielle Moses.